The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
He always heard.
And got his man complete. 30.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Not just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion, blood.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Slam.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try to run forward, 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here comes the ball.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Set, 19. Check right 54. Right
Throwing again on second down. Watson looking left sideline. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. Wants a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. Good read, though, by the defensive guys. They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Mike, set. Tonight, take. I'm coming.
Here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. The right hash here should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 21. 65.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Come off the ball,
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well.
And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. First down, Ellsworth. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Watson now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in. Safe. Showing up. 22, jet, cover.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Man out. Tighten up. 24.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Watson, he's got it complete to Thompson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the problem. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Watson. Buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
Remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
Sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass in his first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. 50.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Oh, this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 19. Going the other way.
After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Saw man coverage on the perimeter, and that was a pretty good throw. And it's one of those ones that wasn't an easy catch, but it's one that he thinks that he should have come down with, although I'm sure the opposing cornerback would beg to differ.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson, operating from the gun. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Here we go, here we go.
He was looking at time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be 2nd down.
No.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustment. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Here we go, here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
He's checking it, honey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Hey, exit.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Boy, the run on 1st down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
11.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You must be dreaming. Hey, 31.
Watch the whip. Mike's 56.
Alert.
56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Bandit. Bandit.
Here's Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Watson now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. That's 1st and 10. He's got Thompson here, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, pick your game up.
They'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down now. Ellsworth. And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, cut the lead, but the matching touchdown moment to go, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Garoppolo again here on second and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, alert! I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here we go. 180! Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, 59. That's 26. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Alert. Out.
Watson now throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
From the 41, Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go. Double tight. Double tight. Double tight. You got 3.
Hey, gun. Flag. Hey, go.
58.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Defense, let's go.
Stepping up, he'll try and run it. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is,
here we go.
that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around it.
Garoppolo wants to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Here we go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. There's Garoppolo to throw. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On play action. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And the ball smacked down to the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Here we go. 180! 13! 13!
So we got man.
21, 21.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, no condition, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Turner, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get looking for a spark from their special teams.
Here we go.
That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's coming.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
12.
Mike 54.
Hey. High 7.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Garoppolo. And And the throw there going to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Check 56. I got it. Pick the edge. Come.
On first down, Ellsworth. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mike's 5-4.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
At 31.
Get that quarterback.
On 3rd down, Ellsworth. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital.
Here we go.
Get the points come on the board.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Garoppolo on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard work.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one.